5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mission and liftoff of Transporter-4. Pitching downrange. Stage 1 chamber pressure is nominal.
We're at T plus 40 seconds. Awesome views from Falcon 9 punching through the clouds. Falcon 9 has cleared the tower and we're currently throttling down in preparation for max Q at T plus 1 minute and 12 seconds. This is where the stage will experience the maximum aerodynamic pressure.
Max Q.
There's max Q. Everything is looking good with stage 1 trajectory. Beautiful view of the clouds in the background there. In just about a minute, we will have 3 events coming up in pretty quick succession. There's MECO, which is main engine cutoff, stage separation, which is when the first and second stages separate, and SES1, where that single MVAC engine on the second stage will ignite, carrying...
Start of MVAC engine chill.
You heard the call out for the start of that MVAC engine chill prior, getting ready for that second engine startup. Really cool plumes from Falcon 9. We're under 30 seconds to main engine cutoff.
Main engine cutoff. Stage separation confirmed. MVAC ignition.
There you heard and saw those 3 events happen back to back: main engine cutoff, stage separation, and second engine startup 1. You can see those grid fins deploying on the first stage there. In just a few seconds, we should have
fairing separation confirmed.
There's that confirmation of fairing separation. You can see the 2 fairing halves have separated from the vehicle, exposing the 40 spacecraft to the vacuum of space. Now, today's mission marks the first flight for both of those fairing halves, and we will be attempting to recover those from the water once they fall back down to Earth. Now, we're currently in our first of 3 MVAC burns. Now, this first burn should last until about T plus 10 minutes. And the next milestones will be the first stage booster's entry burn. So Falcon 9 executes an entry burn to slow itself down before hitting the denser parts of the Earth's atmosphere. Without this entry burn, relying on just the atmosphere to slow down Falcon 9 would put unnecessary strain on the rocket's structure.
Vehicle is following a nominal trajectory.
The Transporter-4 mission, again, is SpaceX's 4th dedicated small-sat rideshare program mission and the 12th mission of 2022. SpaceX is targeting at least 3 dedicated rideshare flights to sun-synchronous orbit per year, and we also offer opportunities to ride to orbit on our Starlink missions, which launch every couple weeks or so. Small sats can ride to space on SpaceX's Falcon 9, Falcon Heavy, as well as Starship in the not-too-distant future. You can see on those live views from the first stage on your left that Falcon 9 is equipped with 4 hypersonic grid fins positioned near the top of the first stage, and stage 1 is using these grid fins for steering as it makes its way back down to Earth. Second stage is looking good on the right there in the middle of its first burn, the first of 3 burns. Those white puffs of gas that you may occasionally see from this first stage are from the attitude control system, and those are nitrogen gas. That's nitrogen gas that's coming out and helps with attitude control of the first stage as it makes its way back down to Earth.
Stage 2 FTS is saved.
We're about 3 minutes from the start of our stage 1 entry burn. Again, this is a 3-engine burn, and there are 3 engines in a row on the first stage, which will light up to slow the vehicle down as it enters the upper parts of the Earth's atmosphere.
Vehicle continues to follow a nominal trajectory.
If you are just joining us, we did have a successful liftoff of the Transporter-4 mission, which is SpaceX's 4th dedicated small-sat rideshare mission and 12th mission of 2022. On your screen are live views from the first and second stage, with the first stage making its way back down towards the Atlantic Ocean to land on our drone ship, Just Read the Instructions, and the second stage on your right in the first of 3 planned MVAC burns. We're about 2 minutes from the start of that stage 1 entry burn, which is about a 20-second burn that slows that first stage down as it enters the Earth's atmosphere.
Acquisition signal, Bermuda.
Now for today's mission, the stage 1 landing burn will follow under a minute after the end of our stage 1 entry burn. And that'll land the first stage on our drone ship, Just Read the Instructions. And to put the deceleration of the landing burn into perspective, around 60 minutes or 60 seconds away from landing, the first stage is moving about 2,000 miles per hour. Then in less than a minute, we'll rapidly reduce speed in order to prep for landing, and the first stage slows down to just about 87 miles per hour when the landing legs deploy just prior to landing. The Falcon 9 first stage is equipped with 4 landing legs made out of carbon fiber with aluminum honeycomb, and they're placed symmetrically around the base of the rocket, and they'll deploy just prior to landing. We're under 30 seconds to the start of that stage 1 entry burn. It's a really cool view of the Atlantic Ocean from the first stage on your left.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
Here's the start of the stage 1 entry burn.
Stage 1 entry burn shut down.
Did have a successful stage 1 entry burn. And as I mentioned earlier, we will be attempting to recover
Stage 1 FTS is saved.
this booster for the 7th time today on our drone ship, Just Read the Instructions.
Stage 1 transonic.
The first stage has just 1 more burn left.
Terminal guidance.
That's the landing burn. We'll be starting here in just a few seconds. And at the same time, the second engine, the MVAC, will actually shut off at the same time as the start of that landing burn.
Stage 1 landing burn.
Pico 1.
There's second engine cutoff 1, and you heard that we did start our stage 1 landing burn. This is about a 20-second burn of the
Stage
single
one landing.
Orbit
engine.
insertion.
Stage one.
As you can see, we did have a successful landing of our first stage, as well as a confirmation of a nominal second stage orbit in the middle there. Now coming up in about 5 minutes, we are expecting the start of the deployment sequence. There will be 20 deployments of 40 spacecraft, which will occur over a 73-minute
Expected loss of signal.
period of time.